Shabbat Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us its truth. And Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right. I'm the brother Yashawan, and this lesson is going to be about the speckled bird. All right. So let's start right there. Jeremiah 12:9, mine heritage, right? Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about her are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Okay? We're going to have Israelites looking like the other nations, basically. Okay? And how do you know that they're Israelites? Because they fit the curses no matter where they live. So in every nation, okay, you're going to have people that are at the bottom that are being mistreated, that can't pull themselves up by their own bootstrap. You're going to be jakes, all right? And it's spiritual, because a lot of outright jakes, a lot of two-thirds, and people that claim to be in the truth, they just can't get this, all right? But if you're spiritual, the Most High is working with you, then it's pretty easy. Revelation 7. Okay, 7. All right, name of this is 144 from 4 down here to 8. Okay, which is the government of the kingdom of heaven, part of the 1/3. And this is the rest of the 1/3. Revelation 7 and 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, look, a great multitude which no man could number, as the sand of the sea, of all nations. Okay, and this is what bugs people out. Of all nations, well, they're Israelites of those nations, and we're going to show it. And kindreds, and people, and tongues, all Israelites, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Okay? That's the 1/3. I had to show somebody that the other day. Somebody who claimed to be in the truth for a year, 10 years. Didn't know who the 1/3 was. Well, the 1/3 is the 144th. No, it's not that simple. All right. Let's get James real quick. Okay. Let's get James. James 1. James 1 and 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad all over the face of the earth, from one end to the other. All right, so you're going to have, in every nation, you're going to have a section of people that look like that nation, but are actually of the 12 tribes of Israel. Their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, period. All right, so I'm going to try to keep this short because it could go on. Let's start here. Okay, so we'll start in India. This is United Nations channel, July 24th, 08, okay? And it reads, the untouchables of India, of Elam, okay? So out of these Elamites, living amongst these Elamites, okay, are people that, are the tail, right? Let's get that real quick before we play this. He shall be the head and you shall be the tail. Right here. Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou, you Israelites, shall be you're going to be at the bottom of society. Why? Because the Most High did that. Not because they hate you, uh, not because you can't pull yourself up by your own bootstrap. The Most High put the curses on you, and they'll be firmly in place to this day. Okay? And they're therefore a sign and a wonder. Where's that? There it is right here. Let's see. Is it 46? And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever until the kingdom. Okay? What shall be? The curses. All these curses, this is 45, will come upon you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, since you did not obey the Lord your power and keep his commandments and statutes he gave you. These curses will be a sign and a wonder upon you and your descendants forever. Okay, now we'll watch this. Who are the untouchable? In India, they have what is known as a caste system. All right? And at the bottom of that caste system, who is the tail of the Elamites, or the so-called Elamites, are not Elamites at all. They're Israelites, with the curses showing. Okay, let's look.
Imagine being rejected by society since birth and being denied access to certain human rights because of your status in the community. Well, that's the reality facing millions of so-called untouchables in India. Although the Indian government has been fighting prejudice against them, it still continues to this day. They are considered the original inhabitants of coastal Karnataka in South India. They are called upon by their community to beat ceremonial drums.
Now they're going to keep using words like indigenous, original, okay, which sometimes could point at Japheth, but Japheth ain't at the bottom, okay? The Most High is not holding Japheth at the bottom and making them the tail. He's doing that to Israel, Shemites, okay? Not Japhethites, all right?
To race and guard water buffalo for the upper caste. They are the Koragas, one among...
Okay, so you see the head and the tail. Where's the head? Right here. These guys, who they're performing for. So when you're playing basketball or you're in a band or something like that, you're entertaining the king.
They're considered the original inhabitants of coastal Karnataka in South India. They are called upon by their community to beat ceremonial drums, to race and guard water buffalo for the upper caste.
For the upper caste.
They are the Koragas, one among the many untouchable communities in India. Literally outcasts of society, they live on the edge of the forests in segregated communities, brought up to believe that they are inferior. India's 170 million untouchables can face a lifetime of abuse, but slowly their status is changing.
That's because the Most High is bringing them out of this condition very slowly. And all Israel is going to come out of it very soon in the kingdom.
Basri is an untouchable. She and her family are illiterate and desperately poor. It is our bad luck that our community has been cursed for such a long time.
She said cursed. Okay, cursed by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Basri's granddaughter Jaya was sexually abused by an upper caste man, a fact she finds sad.
Everything that went on right here in Babylon the Great during slavery. Same thing. Okay.
Today, the men folk are not hesitant to touch us as they wish, but the women would not come near us. Sometimes I can't resist asking, do worms grow in our bodies? Hindus place people into 4 castes based on how they lived their past lives. At the top are the Brahmins, the priests and the scholars, and then the Kshatriyas, the rulers and soldiers. Below them are the Vaishyas, the merchants and traders, and then the Sudras, the laborers. The untouchables, considered impure and unclean, are unworthy to belong to any caste. By tradition, they are the lowliest of the low.
All right. So you got the head and the tail. So these are Jakes, and the spirit, that's Jake. Okay, still serving slavery, still getting raped and beat down. You're under the curses. All right, that's India. That's from Elam. All right, now let's type this in. Negritto. Negritos. That even says Negro. Who are the Negritos? Watch the pictures come up. Look at this. Are these Jakes? Are these Jakes? This is in the Philippines. All right? They're calling them African tribe. They're not Africans. This is the Most High. Okay? The Most High got Jake at the bottom. These are Jakes. Okay? It is what it is. Original native Filipinos. Wait a minute, that's Jake. Clearly. And they're hiding it. You know the Pinoys at the top. They know. I want to look at this. Look. I haven't seen this. Let me see what this is real quick. Of course, a commercial's gonna come up. Wait, maybe not.
Have you heard of the Negritos of Southeast Asia? The Negritos are a collective of diverse ethnic groups that inhabit isolated areas of Southeast Asia and the Andaman Islands. In particular, in this video, we'll be discussing the Saman and Batak peoples of Malaysia, the Manik people of Thailand, and the Ayeta and Ati of the Philippines. At one time, Negritos were thought to be the same ethnic group, distributed across different countries and regions.
That's true. They're Jakes.
Studies have yielded conflicting results as to whether there is a close genetic relation between them or not.
That's Jake. When you look at what you would think would be a Filipino, they don't look like that unless they're mixed. Look at it. Look at the wool. That's the pure wool. That's Jake right there. Catching hell as the tail. Catching hell as the tail. That's Jake. Bangkok. That's a Filipino.
There is also much debate as to whether or not they are of distant African origin, with inconclusive results.
They're not Africans. Okay? Even Africans are not the tail. All right? The booty scratching Africans right now are in better stead than Jake right now. All right? The curses are not on Ham right now.
While some Negrito communities live in relative isolation, others have become assimilated with the general populations of the countries they are from. The term Negrito is the diminutive form of the Spanish word negro, therefore meaning little black man.
All right? Doesn't make you an African. We know Jake is a little black man. All right? And that we're not the Negroes. Okay? Ham. Noah's third son, right? Not the Negroes.
The name originated from 16th century Spanish missionaries working in the Philippines.
Ta-da. Think them Spaniards didn't know who they were dealing with over there? Like Columbus knew when he was coming over here, he knew who he was going to deal with?
And over time became the popularized but clumsy term to refer to people of various ethnicities who were of diminutive stature and dark skin.
They didn't call them Africans. They didn't call them Hamites. They called them Negroes. She just said it. All right, for sale, Negroes. All right, the Most High knows what he's doing.
The term has also historically been used to refer to African pygmy populations. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the Negritos of
Not the Negroes.
Southeast Asia.
That's Jake.
Two
Look at that hair.
populations.
You see the hair? Straight fro? Look at that. All right. Look at the hair. Look at them naps. Malaysia.
Two populations belonging to the Negrito ethnic group in Malaysia are the Semang and the Batek. The Semang mainly live in the lowlands of the tropical jungles
That is Jake.
of the Malay Peninsula and can be found in Perak, Pahang, Kelantan, and Kedah. Their presence has been recorded since the 3rd century. They mainly live in permanent settlements, though periodically venture into the jungle to harvest produce. Today, the population numbers less than 5,000. The Batek live in the rainforest of
Look at Jake. Naturally gifted, the former of all things.
Peninsular Malaysia, primarily in the Taman Negara
That ain't Jake? You throwing up gang signs in the middle of Malaysia.
National Park. They are hunters and gatherers and live a nomadic lifestyle. Since the 1970s, the terrain they inhabit has been steadily encroached upon by loggers harvesting trees.
That's Jake catching hell. Okay, at the bottom. All right, good enough. Go back and watch this. This is Freedom is Mine official channel, 2020, July 24th. The Negritos of Asia, not just the Philippines. I didn't even see that one. I wanted to get to this one. Where is it? This one. Look at these Jakes.
What is that?
They got the Edomite in here clowning. Let's see.
Tungus?
Slovakia.
All right, guys. So I came across an Aita village area here.
Aita.
You have to kind of stop. Let me show you. Let me show you what's going on here. It's coming down the road and
Angeles, the city of angels, right? In the Philippines.
Sign here.
We created LA. If you didn't know.
Closed temporary till further notice. I stopped and they said it's an Aita village. Aitas are they're the people. They're the people that live up here in the mountains. They've been here a long time. They're like the natives of the area. So I stopped and the guy was like, 20 pesos to come through. All right, whatever. And then he said, so I got off my bike and then I was talking to him. They said, you want a guided tour? I said, sure, let me get a guided tour. They said, 500 pesos. I just started laughing.
That's Jake Hustle. Let me go to 7. Okay. On the guided tour.
Even if
We'll see 7 on the guided tour. They can show you some Jakes right here in the Philippines.
very cool.
Look at them naturals. The devil. Satan doing a thing.
Hello, hello. Even a sorry store. The local sorry store. Out in the middle of
That's
nowhere.
Jake hustling.
Hello.
Look at the Jakes. Look at the hair.
What is that?
That's that wool.
What is that? What is that? Oval. Sako. Mako. Is that the name of the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Learned something new. Guys, check this out. We're all the way out here. It's a nice walk so far. And they got fresh buko juice and melon juice here. Cold beer here. They got a CR here. There seems to be a lot of people on bicycles, as you see, these bikes here, dirt bikes, and for a good cause.
If you want to buy some water, sir, we have a store here.
I'm okay. Here they sell the gas.
Yes, sir, gas.
You speak it English?
How much is the one water?
60.
60 pesos for gas. For run here. Yeah. Just kind of showing you what they have here.
Little girl
There's your
walks by
camote,
with her
root
hair out.
craps.
Root crabs.
Yeah. This wasn't here before when I came through. Good morning. Very friendly.
Very friendly.
Advanced Valentine's. But yeah, check it out. Got the little stands going on. What kind of plants are these?
Just from the came from forest.
From the forest?
Seems like the orchids.
Orchid.
Slovakia.
People up here,
Bear with me.
you know what? I don't mind. It's for a good cause. It's for the people. They don't have much. And you guys see it. Here's my guided tour. He's going to take me around. Where are we headed there, buddy?
Hello, sir.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Freddy.
Freddie.
I'm 29.
29.
Yes, sir.
Are you Aita?
Yes, sir.
He's an Aita. All these are Aita. All these people here, Aita. Aita. Lester White.
Let's go, sir.
Sure, yeah. Where are we going?
Look at the hair.
Just take a stroll down through here.
Not her.
Very friendly people. Like I said, you know what? It's for a good cause.
If you want to buy some water, sir, we have a store here.
I'm okay. Here they sell the gas.
Yes, sir, gas.
Okay, we saw that. All right, so good enough. That's the Negritos in Philippines. Philly in the Philippines, 2021. Meet the beautiful Aita people, a tour of their mountain village, Angeles City, Philippines. Okay, so that's Jake, all right, in Southeast Asia. All right, let's go back here. Is that it? Let me see. Okay. All right, one more, and this the reason why I did this video, this lesson, is because I saw this the other day while I was doing the World War III daily update, and it reads, "Secret files, leaked documents," because in China, all right, they got these people called the Uyghurs, like niggers, but it says genocide against these people. China is conducting a genocide against their own people. What does that mean, right? And what they do is they gather these people up, put them in concentration camp, and they take their organs and put their organs out on it. Now, who is this? I mean, through the spirit, who are these people in China? Okay. All right. Leaked. It says leaked papers link top Chinese leader to Uyghur crackdown. All right. Let's listen to this, and we'll go ahead and get some scriptures and we'll wrap it up.
Leaked papers link top Chinese leaders to Uyghur crackdown. A newly published cache of documents directly links top Chinese leaders, including President Xi Jinping, to the state's crackdown on Uyghur Muslims. The documents include speeches which analysts say prove senior government leaders called for measures that led to mass internment and forced labor. China has considered
mass internment and forced labor. What is forced labor? That's slavery of your own people, of the Chinese people. Wait a minute. The curses are still on Jake to this day.
Denied that it is committing genocide against Uyghurs. Some of the documents were the subject of an earlier report.
And they ain't got, they're not going to show these Uyghurs.
The latest leak has previously unseen information.
What's this? Chains. They probably got yokes of iron. Look at this. Leg shackles. Who is this showing?
They were passed to the Uyghur Tribunal, an independent people's tribunal in the UK, in September, but have not previously been published in full. The tribunal asked 3 academics who specialize in the field, Drs. Adrian Zenz, David Tobin, and James Millward, to authenticate the documents. The documents, branded the Xinjiang Papers, after the region which is home to most of China's Uyghurs, reveal how Chinese Communist Party, CCP, leaders including Mr. Xi and Premier Li Keqiang made statements which directly led to policies affecting the Uyghurs and other Muslims. These include forced internments, mass sterilizations, forced assimilation, re-education, and coercion of detained Uyghurs to work in factories.
Who is that describing? That's describing Jake. If Jake is in every nation, who are they oppressing right now? All right? Or better yet, who is the Most High got the curses on?
The New York Times had reported on an identical set of documents that were leaked to them in 2019, but not all were made available to the public. In a report on the documents, Dr. Zen said his analysis showed that the links between statements made by top government figures and subsequent policies that were implemented against the Uyghurs were far more extensive, detailed, and significant than previously understood. China has come under massive international pressure over allegations of human rights violations in Xinjiang. A marked shift in China's approach to the region can be traced back to two brutal attacks on pedestrians and commuters in Beijing in 2013 and the city of Kunming in 2014, blamed by China on Uyghur Islamists and separatists. Its response from 2016 onwards has been the building of so-called re-education camps for Uyghurs and other Muslims, and the targeting of Xinjiang residents deemed to have displayed any behavior viewed as a sign of untrustworthiness. China has also pursued a strategy of forced labor by deploying Uyghurs to pick cotton in Xinjiang.
To do what? To pick cotton? That's pretty telling. All right. So in the spirit, see, some niggas ain't gonna get this because they're not spiritual. Ain't no Chinese. If you're a spiritual man, you understand that in every nation, you got some Jakes looking like the other nations. All right? That's good enough on that. They said something about organ harvesting. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. They should have an option disgusting. Is that it? 4 comments? Let me see. Play a little bit more.
In addition, reports have emerged of China forcibly mass sterilizing Uyghur women to suppress the population.
Who do they do that to? What is Planned Parenthood for? Okay.
Separating children from their families and
What? Separating children from their families? That's in the curses.
Separating children from their families and attempting to break the cultural traditions of the group. Several countries, including the US, Canada, and the Netherlands, have accused China of committing genocide and crimes against humanity.
As though they're not doing it to us.
China has vehemently denied these allegations, saying the crackdown in Xinjiang is necessary to prevent terrorism and root out Islamist extremism, and the camps are an effective tool for re-educating inmates in its fight against terrorism.
Let's get that real quick. Let's get 28, I think it's 32. Go back on this. Is it 32 or they just take your children? Separating children from their families. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Are those not the curses? Those are the curses. Okay? They're the tail, obviously. All right, let's get a few more scripture. We'll go ahead and close it out. This is Tobit 13. That only Apocrypha. It's lucky. It is. I'm tripping. It's lucky. Tobit 13 and 3. I, Tobit, have walked. Let's see. Salakia. Where is that? That's 1. Let's get it. 13. Salakia. Tobit 13. Tobit 13 and 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. were scattered among the Gentiles. Okay? That's what that means. Okay? 64. Deuteronomy 28. These are the curses. 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. You're Muslims up there, yeah? Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. You're a Muslim, you on that Kaaba stone. All right? Let's see. Let's get one more. Leviticus 26:33. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. All right? So there's your speckled bird. All right, you're going to have Israelites looking like every nation out there, and bringing you the 1/3, the large multitude. All right, plain and simple. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified, and Shabbat Shalom.